Hello, my name is Alistair, and today's video is about the latest bits of progress on the Monoposto 7 project that myself and Paul are involved in. And today is all about telling you about the pedal assembly. I didn't really want to develop the car any further until I was absolutely confident I could drive it. And so the brake pedal, the throttle pedal and the clutch pedal had to be thought about. The clutch pedal was relatively easy and just a slightly modified standard Austin 7 Ruby pedal. The brake pedal, however, we wanted that to have a balance bar and dual circuit. And the throttle pedal, there was very little room for it, and so we had to put a bulge in the side of the car and we had to customize a bespoke throttle pedal. The throttle pedal, however, was a real challenge because there wasn't really enough room by the time we got the brake pedal in, and some real careful design had to be done. I have to admit that a lot of the prototyping for this was actually done on the car using bits of cardboard and all sorts, and this result here is doesn't indicate the amount of effort that went into trying to get this into the car, but there's loads of room for all three pedals, and the car should be very drivable. There's a slight bit of codology here when it comes to these CAD drawings. This was the original concept drawing that I drew up with a view to trying something on the way of a throttle pedal. I don't know if you can recognize the throttle pedal from this diagram, but this is what I had in mind when I set off, and a lot of this was tried out on the chassis before the CAD drawing was actually finished. Like the rest of the project, we've modelled everything in 3D, and the brake pedal, although it's a purchased part from Willwood with a dual circuit plus balance bar, it's rather useful to model these things because you never know when you want to look at conflicts that involve the pedal assembly. So here is my representation of the Willwood pedal assembly with balance bar and dual master cylinders. Here is the standard Austin 7 pedal modelled in 3D and bent according to my needs. That was one of the more straightforward exercises. This is the design for the throttle pedal. There wasn't a standard part available that I was happy with and that had room in the car for it, but this one here has turned out really well. You've basically got this pedal, a linkage down to this inverter bar, and the inverter bar pulls the inner from the cable. The spring, I don't know whether it's necessary or not, but I've put it there anyway. It's a bit of a problem when you don't have any carburetor connected, and I think the pedal just flops around, but whether the spring is eventually needed or not, I don't know. Here we have the Willwood throttle pedal, brake pedal with the dual master cylinder and the balance bar, which can be adjusted. It sits nicely beside the throttle pedal, and the main way we got all the pedals in was to modify the engine mounting. So we've got this sort of extended engine mounting mounted off the front engine mounting, and that gives us the room for a comprehensive pedal assembly. Here is the last link in the last of the three pedals. This is developed off a standard Austin 7 Ruby pedal, and it's been turned round the wrong way, and it's been bent so that it just misses the starter casing there, and gives me a pedal right next to the brake pedal. The last effort that's been going in over the last month is tidying up all the welding, turning all the tack welds into permanent welds, and putting in things like this triangle to pick up the rear suspension. These cross members are vital for bracing the standard Austin Seven chassis, turning it into something that holds the road well. This Monoposto 7 is being developed in collaboration with Paul at Vintage and Classic Workshops.